everyone, Angelina, Sparkling Diva, and another pick a card reading for you. And this one is a message from your higher self, what he or she wants you to need to know. How she how she sees you right now, including all the things you're not doing right for your heart, for yourself, for your essence, and advice from your higher self, and also how your higher self knows you to be. So your essence, your true essence. I only have two choices for this reading. I don't know why, but it does mean that if you do not really feel called to it or the crystals, then likely there's not going to be a message for you. I don't know. It's never really covering, everyone, because whether you do 3 choices or 4 choices, there's always more options, and yet it still resonates. So if you do feel drawn to it, just trust that it is going to resonate, that there are going to be messages for you in the reading, in the set, and choose your crystal. Take your time for that. If need be, we have to the left of the numbers 1 a morganite, rough morganite, and to the right we have a angel aura quartz. An Arkansas crystal that has been treated to become a angel aura quartz. So please, if you make your choice, then I'm going to start the reading. Right, your first 3 cards, and this is for the question, how does your higher self see you? What does he see you do now? Or she? Why do I say he? That's peculiar. What does it see you do now? That might not be helpful, or maybe it is. We're going to look at that. You have 3 cards. We have the Magician, and in the middle the 9 of Pentacles, and then we have the 4 of Cups. The Magician, it says you have an awful lot of manifestation potential, but you limit it. You yourself put a ceiling on it. For no other reason, really, that you're not willing or not ready to take this potential, this power outside your comfort zone. It's as if you want to keep that in the house with the 9 of Pentacles, in your own world. And with that, you keep it small, and maybe you feel there is no space for this, whatever it is you want to do, what you can do for your potential in your life, or you fear being judged, or you don't feel worthy of having that, of doing that. You're not confident enough. Whatever the reason, it is grating on you. We clearly see that here with the 4 of Cups. It really is grating on you to keep yourself small and to dim your light, because that's what you do then, right? I do think you'd want that to do more with it, because what you do now, what you do allow yourself to do in the space of that glass ceiling, so to speak, is basically child's play compared to what you really could do, what you are capable of doing. You really are just keeping yourself small, and it doesn't do you any good. It doesn't. And you also have to be a bit careful that you do not end up in this state of being and feeling for too long or too much, because that could even lead to you losing your lust for life. And then all this power, and there is a lot of joy in you as well, with the 9 of Pentacles, being happy in your world and doing what you do, etc. That all will be lost, and then you end up like this, and that's not, be careful for that. That is not going to be the case for everyone, but it is a risk, so you have to be careful for that. Then we go to your next cards. Right, very interesting, because we have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the couple, right? And then we have the Tower. Now, with these first two cards, I'll put this like this, so the glare is gone. I feel it's about learning. This is the advice, by the way, of your higher self to you. Learning to take care of yourself, to balance your inner masculine and feminine as well. There is a possibility, and that's not going to be for everyone, but there is a possibility that what you want to do, what you want to manifest, what this magician was about, that potential, has to do with masculine, feminine energies. Maybe you feel called to help bring that in, to balance it, that's really very important at the moment in the world, right? As we are moving to the 5-dimensional stuff with the ascension. But it's also both about being accomplished, fulfilled, completely able to take care of yourself, and also doing that in every aspect. Also, so it's also financially, but I feel it's actually more concerning confidence, self-worth, and so on and so forth. That you can completely take care of yourself. And when you can do that, you can then also share that with others. You can then also share yourself with others. You do not have a void to fill anymore. You can take care of yourself, of you. And you know who you are, what you stand for, because you have that inner strength and confidence. And then for some, it's not going to be for everyone, I don't think, but I think for quite a larger part of the ones who chose this set, these two is also about finding your true match, your perfect partner, the one that complements you. And in that sense, because this is the couple that goes together, right, from the suit, it's Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. It could be a twin flame connection then even that is going to be coming your way. And even if not, then it's going to be a really, really good connection, a lasting connection. And with the Tower card, then finding that match can completely turn your world upside down in a good sense. I don't feel that's in a bad sense, but I get the feeling that maybe you didn't expect that to happen at all anymore. So if it then happens anyway, it can hit you like lightning when you then meet that other person out of the blue, when you thought it was not going to happen anymore to you. And that's for the ones, of course, who for whom that relationship partner message resonated. And in general, with the Tower, it's that getting to stand tall and shining your light, to getting to the strength of these of the King and the Queen and the King of Pentacles, getting to that strength and taking care of yourself and being strong, etc., is going to be quite the process which will totally change your world and your life. And it also, this represents the fear that you may have to go through that process to get here, right? Because we have seen with the first three cards, there is a reason why you are keeping yourself small, why you are dimming your light, and and that it also grates on you, etc., etc. And then to leave that safe haven to do it anyway, that's gonna be some fear involved in that. But you can do it. You can. And because with this wonderful connection, and also if it's not a connection for you, the inner strength that these two have will help you through this phase, that process, will give you the drive and the strength to do that. So now we're going to look at your last cards. Right. This is for how your higher self knows you to be, your essence, the real you, right? And then we have the Lover's card and then the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Cups with a wishing well, and we have the Sun card. And again here we see the masculine feminine energies in balance, and you have a very loving nature, and you also feel most complete, happy, thriving, better when you are part of this wonderful match that we also saw with the King and Queen of Pentacles. You will do well when you find that match, when you are in that relationship. It will really do you a world of good. But it's also the masculine feminine energy imbalance on the inside in you, which is very important if you want to stand tall and do your thing in life and so on and so forth. So that's who you really are, right? Then you have that perfectly balanced. And you're also meant to have such a match, such a wonderful match with another person in life. But your own free choice influences, of course, whether or not you have met or will meet this person. We always have free choice. So it can be meant to be for you to be in such a relationship. But if your choices, are going against the grain, rowing against the flow of the river, then it can't happen, right? And with the Wands 7, I feel that this is such an important card. You are a leader. You're different from all the rest. You are a leader. And people can look up to you in that position. It's also feel standing in front of groups, working with groups. And since it's Wands, there's a lot of passion and inspiration with that as well. So it could be that you would be a very good inspirational speaker, or, for instance, a presenter of events, because this dragon is higher up and like on stage, for instance, right? It can be anything like that. And but the working with people, the kind of being this person that others look up to. And not necessarily that you are superior on a pedestal, not in that way, right? The same thing if you are a presenter of an event, people also look up to you because, it just happens that way. But it doesn't mean you are, superior or anything, or that they view you in that way. Yeah, that's not what I mean at all. It can also be that you are some kind of mediator. Because if you look at these dwarfs, they're not looking all that happy, right? And that you are a person who's very good at ironing out any problems and difficulties and disagreements in groups of people. So kind of like a mediator, like connecting people, a bridge builder, bringing people together. Have them see eye to eye again so they can work together again. And to do that requires wisdom, insight, and also a bit of detachment so you don't get emotionally involved, right? And that will also require a great sense of self-awareness and strength and so on and so forth. So it can also be something like that. You will know, right? Because if this is about you, who you really are, and somehow that will resonate with you. If the mediator thing doesn't resonate and the inspirational speaker does, or whatever, you will know, you will feel it. And because I have a few more cards. Again with this one, the 9 of Visions is again things working out, things wishes fulfilled and all that stuff is the Nine of Cups card. And I feel you can have that. You can have, because your manifesting potential is so enormous, so vast, you can really have all your wishes fulfilled. Right? If you get going, if you overcome your obstacles, you can get that. You can reach that. You can have that. In a blink of an eye, bang, and it works out. Whatever it is you want. And of course, as long as it doesn't harm anyone else, etc., is logical. But you can also bring this to other people. And that's what this position helps you do. That leader position, that inspirational speaker, or whatever, the presenter, or anything else like that. That will allow you to do this for other people. It will help them to get their wishes fulfilled and their goals fulfilled and all that stuff. It will help other people as well. So this is both for you, that you can do that for yourself, create everything for yourself. You just all your wishes fulfilled, but you can also bring that to other people. That's who you are. And you're very, very sunny and happy and strong and powered, the sun. But I also feel, and that actually goes with that, what I said here, with the wishing well, it's almost, this is you, and you are playing that flute, and that music, that lovely, harmonious, high energy music, calls in the light. So it's very similar to this in a way. You do that for yourself. You can do that for yourself, but you can also do that for other people. You are the light. You can bring them light and make them see. And light is joy, happiness, life, but it's also clarity. Being able to see clearly. And that sort of comes back to the mediator position. Bringing light, bringing insight. This is who you are. This is really wonderful. And now we're going to look at your last couple of cards for this same thing, same position of who you really are. We have joy. Aren't this cute? These are new. Just look at it. Aren't they cute? The little rabbit, in the corner, and then a squirrel there. I love them so much. Anyhow, joy. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the results. So this is what you do. This is your essence, and it's not something spreading joy that you do for other people per se. It's just who you are. And results is the same, but the intent is different. It's just who you are. And then we have choice. By staying conscious of your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of your choice. That might help you to get out of that funk that is keeping you from manifesting, right? When you have to go through that tower moment. You are also a free spirit. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. You are a free spirit for sure. And you are a starseed. Again, raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light is a very similar message to the joy message. And it's also, it goes really well with these tarot cards. This is who you are. This is, you. But, that is you when you are not held back anymore by whatever is holding you back now, right? What we went through in the beginning of your reading. So this is all I have for you. I do hope it resonates. I hope you got something out of it. And thank you for watching. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe and leave a comment, because every activity helps to make my channel grow a bit bigger again and to come up more easily in YouTube. These algorithms, right? And I will see you again next time. Bye. Right, numbers 2, your reading. These 3 cards are for the position, the question, how does your higher self see you now? Which can include things that you shouldn't be doing, and of course also things that you should be doing, and just your current situation, basically how you're doing right now. We have the 7 of Cups, we have the Devil card, and then we have the 2 of Cups there. And this is really very interesting. I get immediately overwhelmed. Too many options that we see here with the 7 of Cups, confusion, overwhelm, and choices that I feel aren't really yours. There's all these things here, and the way she's looking, she doesn't really know what to do. It's more like, please help me, I don't know anymore. But I feel that many of the options and choices that you have in your life aren't really yours. They're more like other people's wishes and demands. And apart from that, with these cards, I also get that you yourself are easily swayed or willing to try something that actually doesn't really appeal so much or doesn't really feel so good, but then maybe it's not so bad, maybe I should try it and then I'm gonna like it, that kind of thing. And also falling for tall stories from people, with the devil especially, right? Luring you in, just telling you all kinds of beautiful stories and things, and that actually aren't true at all. And you fall for that too easily. And all that stuff leads you astray. There's too much clutter. You can't see clearly. And the 2 Cups, and that's really peculiar because I've never had that with the 2 of Cups, what I'm going to tell you now. You are beginning to see this bit, right, of being lured in and the overwhelm and etc., etc. You're beginning to see through that with this. And if not yet, then you are very close to that. And in combination with the other cards, I feel for some of you, this card also says that you have bonded with someone that you thought was perfect for you, like your soulmate, or they are my twin flame and my other half, or something like that. But then that person isn't. And that could even be indicative of a relationship with a narcissist, but also any other relationship that just doesn't serve you or not anymore. And whether that resonates or not. So the following message now is for everyone, not just for the people with this stuff with the relationship. You are close to finding something or someone that does resonate. Just like these women, they have been running through the woods for quite some time, and they didn't really know what they were looking for, but they didn't know they had to look, had to search, they had to go somewhere, even though they didn't know what. And it's like, and then they come in this opening in the woods, and then suddenly they see each other. And it's really sudden, right? Unexpected, sudden, and yet you knew. And for you, it's in the same fashion that you feel driven, longing, searching. And then you will also find what you have been looking for. But it could come unexpectedly, in a way. In a beautiful, unexpected way. So in that sense, there's 2 messages with this card, right? Yeah, then I think we now... Oh, no, hang about. It's important also that you stay grounded. And that you take time for this retreat to spoil yourself in the morning mist. Breathe in nature's sweet scent. So basically a time out. Time for you time, quality time. And if this one I also like a lot, light, look to the space between the trees for answers. And especially like this, because we had here this message of the overwhelm, clutter, chaos, confusion, too many options, not knowing what to do, who to listen to, because you get lured in by tall stories and so on and so forth. Then if you feel that way, that you don't know what to do, where to go, who to turn to, this light, look to the space between the trees for answers. That will also slow you down. And when you slow down, you can connect with your intuition better, and then it's easier to know what to do. Right? So we're going to your next cards. Right, this is the advice for you from your higher self. And then we have the King of Swords, which is very logical, rational thinking, etc. And this is the Emperor. And then we have the Five of Swords. So 3 males, very masculine energy, which fits the advice beautifully. This one is more from the head, and this one is more the empowered masculine, the divine masculine. Is more from the heart, space and intuition and so on and so forth, but still very powerful, right? And what the advice is to combine the power of your head and the heart space, because they will serve you very, very well at this moment. The King of Swords, the first one here, is to discern and make decisions, and the Forest Lord, this one, the Emperor, will make sure that you act in accordance with your highest good, with love, for the greater good of other people, and from the heart and intuition and so on and so forth. And then when you have these two combined and use implement these powers, then you should look at the garden of your life. And then we get to that card, then you can see what needs to go or what has to be pruned, and also do it. Right? And maybe now you can't do this, but combined with these energies, the strength of these masculines and masculine energy, you can do it. The King of Swords helps define what has to go, and Lord of the Forest Lord helps you to do that with, well, love, gentleness, but still very adamant to do it. Right? And because I get the feeling that you allowed your garden, the garden of your life, to become overgrown with weeds. And these weeds, there could be things, people, situations that do not serve you or should not be growing, and should not be growing in your garden then, right? If they don't serve you. So take care of these things, these weeds, I'm just calling them weeds, so that you end up with an environment, that garden, that does serve you and nourish you and support you, and also allows you to just relax and to be. And doing this can be challenging for you, but not so much when you use the tremendous strength of these 2 men, right? Because there's enormous, the power of that. And then it won't be nearly so hard to do this, right? And then I'm moving to your last cards. I hope you get this, because this is so strong, so powerful, and beautiful as well. I love it. Right. Your last cards, your last position from this reading is how your higher self sees you, how your higher, no, not sees you, how your higher self knows you to be. So your essence, who you really are. I will move the camera over in a minute, because this is not really in view now. We have strength, we have the World card, we have the King of Cups, and then we have the 8 of Swords. And how your higher self who your higher self knows you to be, your essence, is having a beautiful inner balance. And with this especially, and with all the cards, the combination, and especially the wolf present here, makes me feel that this is mostly about you being able to handle tough situations, to act and make decisions, to feel strong, to be able to fulfill yourself, and thus not needing anything or anyone any longer to fill a void, because you then fill that yourself. And also, a wolf's task in life is to keep nature's balance in check. Wolves make sure that there aren't too many deer and sheep and other cattle and animals, etc. So that one type of animal cannot dominate any other or an area, which would also have, if that would happen, right? If the wolf is gone, this does happen, because we kill them then, right? And then the wolves disappear, and it has a detrimental effect on nature, because then the balance is gone. And for instance, you then get that certain animals overeat a type of plant, and because that plant then also disappears, you can get erosion of soil, which has serious effects on the entire environment, on the land, on the flow width of rivers, etc. It's shocking. It's shocking, and the wolf keeps that in check. And for you in this reading, that means you can do the same thing, which goes back to that weeding, keeping that in check. Your garden, the garden of your life, keeping that in check, using that wolf energy and power to keep that balance, to get rid of stuff that, that doesn't serve you any longer, or not at all. And taking care of and removal of things and people as well that disturb both your personal balance as well as that of your life. That's basically what it's about then. And maybe as it is now, you have not been doing this, which created clutter in your garden of your life. And if that happens, you also, as a result, tend to become too dependent on other people. And that's just logical. That's sheer psychology in a way. Because if your own garden doesn't support you, nourish you, you lose your own foundation. You have no solid ground under your feet anymore. And then you automatically start to look to others for support and the foundation to be your foundation, etc. Meaning you give your power away, you become easily dependent on other people. And with the last card, I'll stick it here, the Swords 8. I feel that if something like that is to happen again, this overwhelm and too much clutter in your garden, etc., etc., that you are able to step out of that overwhelm with that Strength card, and also the King of Cups here backing you up, and you can then shut that out, the overwhelm, so you won't get anxiety and stress too much, because you can shut it out. And she does that here by putting her hands over her eyes so she doesn't see what's going on, because that's quite scary, right? All these thorny vines and stuff that are trying to latch onto her, but it's not working then anymore, because when you shut it out, you can tune into your inner strength. You have that, the inner strength. And also with the King of Swords and the Emperor that we had, the Lord of the Forest, right? You can handle that. You have this power and the strength to do that. And then you can find your inner balance again, the inner balance here with the Strength card. And then you can decide again, okay, I need to get rid of this, that, or the other. And then you're fine again. You can do that, right? And with the World card, let's do that one separately, because I also felt a message with that. In most of the reading, this part is the combination of the card. But the World card is like you no longer fearing life. You claiming your own freedom and your right to be. And then the world is your oyster, right? Because this is where you are here. That's here. We can't see that, but it is here. And there's the wide world. And you can just venture out and enjoy it and explore, have an adventure. Or not. Up to you, right? And you're free. And so this is how and who you truly are. And maybe in this life, it is your purpose to reclaim all this. Maybe it's a thing that in past lives you also lost your freedom and had to allow things from other people and situations, etc. in your garden. I'm just calling it your garden. Even though it didn't sit well with you, because you didn't have a choice, now you do. And maybe your life purpose is about that. This life, to sort that out. Okay, your last cards, small cards, we have trust. This is such a beautiful message. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. I mean, wow, that's deep. I love it. Opportunities unfurl like a fern, even without warm sunlight. Clearing, make room for growth. Make room for growth. Then you have to get rid of the stuff that doesn't belong first, right? Then we have abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. I don't think for you at the moment it's about that. So much right now. It's more, you have quite a big process to go through for yourself. And you can then still get abundance, of course, right? But not so much about serving humanity, which is in there in the message. Not yet. I think you have different stuff to do first. Freedom. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. Then we have that freedom thing that I spoke of with the world card, right? The freedom to be yourself, to venture out into the big wide world, wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do, etc., etc. And then we have wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. That's why it's important that if you start reading, that you do that from the heart space, right? Not with anger or anything else, or bitterness, but with from the heart space. And if possible, with love. So this is what I have for you. I do hope it resonates, of course. And that you got some beautiful messages out of it. I would love to hear from you if it did resonate. Oh, it doesn't focus. There we are. Yeah, because this was really... There's always a set that is really, really very specific. You know, sometimes you have sets that could be applicable to more people in general, but there's always a set that is so specific that it can't do that. Right? And so I'd like to hear that. And also, if you liked the reading, please then like the video and subscribe to my channel, please. And leave a comment if you feel like that, because any activity helps my channel come up more in YouTube. And so it helps me grow a bit more again. I would really love that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.